This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter at Twig Radio. Do it now.
Welcome back in to the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared. Let's go to the guest line. It's been 10 years since we've heard from this man, and he comes out with some more gangbuster hits. POLKA MANIA, Weird Al Yankovic. Al, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, D Squared. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
I am doing super, man. Look, the POLKA MANIA 10-year celebration after Mandatory Fun dropped, and now you're out with some new hits with the likes of Billie Eilish, Adele, Tay-Tay, Miley Cyrus. Talk about your big thing, man.
Yeah, it's a polka medley of all the biggest hits of the last 10 years. All the songs that I thought sounded a little bit better done polka style. So, I make it for lost time. I'm coming back and giving songs the polka treatment that they so richly deserve.
That is absolutely true. I mean, look, in 1996, when Bad Hair Day came out and alternative polka came out, we here in New Orleans, I was bribing DJs up and down Bourbon Street to play alternative polka, and they did, and we mosh pitted to alternative polka.
Nice. I love a polka mosh pit. They're my favorite thing.
Look, in this video for POLKA MANIA that's out now, when you did the Flowers medley, was Key and Peele the animated people in the car back then, just like from White and Nerdy?
I'm sure that was the idea, yeah. I mean, it amuses me to this day, people just now discovering that it's Key and Peele in the beginning of that video, because we did the video before they had their famous sketch comedy show. So, like, to this day, people are like, what? That's Key and Peele?
It is pretty mind-boggling from where they are, but you know what? You got to start somewhere, like in a bathroom across from a radio station making My Bologna, right?
There you go. Yeah, that was in my college. So it was a college radio station, and the bathroom across the hall. Now, this is for real. They have a plaque next to the bathroom. It's like a shrine. You know, this is where Weird Al recorded My Bologna in 1979.
Just walk around campus. Here's where Weird Al washed his hands. Here's where Weird Al dropped his books. He sipped a coffee on this bench. Look, I got to ask you something, because my 18-year-old, we were cruising out to Halloween Horror Nights one time, and I'm quoting him, like, who wants to drink from the fire hose? And then, like, supplies. And he looks at me with this blank stare. So we watch UHF as we're driving to Florida. And I had heard, like, secondhand, and since I have you, I'm going to reach in the horse's mouth. I heard that you were really kind of depressed after UHF came out because it didn't do what it richly deserved to do. But I mean, were you kind of really depressed after that?
Well, I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was kind of bummed out because, it tested really well, and everybody was like, oh, you're going to be a huge movie star, and we're going to make all these movies with you. And after the first weekend, it bombed at the box office. The critics hated it, and I thought, oh, well, that didn't happen. So I'm very glad that, like, literally, like yesterday was the 35th anniversary of the release of UHF, and the fans, it's such a fan favorite. It's a cult classic, I guess.
Yes.
In fact, I just saw a picture online of some guy that has his entire back covered with UHF tattoos. So the people that are into it are really into it.
And then I had to explain to him when it's like road maps. I'm like, look, there was a whole thing, Al Capone's vault, and I'm like, never mind. I'm not going to try to explain that to you. Weird Al Yankovic is our guest.
You had to be there.
Right, exactly. POLKA MANIA is out. Is there anybody that you wanted to try to get onto this homage, the 10-year homage of POLKA MANIA that wouldn't return your call, or you just couldn't get in touch with? I don't know if they cold-shouldered you or not.
Yeah, the only person that we didn't get was SZA. I wanted to do Kill Bill because I thought that would be a good polka song. So that was the one, but she didn't say no. She just never returned our calls. But everybody else, from Taylor Swift to Miley Cyrus to Billie Eilish, they all personally signed off on it. So they were all jazzed to be in a Weird Al video.
That is beyond awesome, because I mean, it's just like throughout your career, man. I mean, you've done so many great hits, and like you got the blessing from each and every one as you did this, man.
Absolutely, yeah. I could, it's a gray area, and I could probably get away with that without getting their blessing. But I respect songwriters and artists, and I want to make sure they feel like they're in on the joke.
That is awesome. Look, I found out that you've got a pinball machine out, Weird Al's Museum of Natural Hilarity.
That's true. Yeah, a pinball company approached me a few years ago and said, "Do you want to have your own pinball machine?" And I was like, "Yeah." So they made it. It's beautiful. They're definitely fans because there's so many little Easter eggs that you wouldn't even get unless you're like a hardcore fan. And now I've got a Weird Al pinball machine in my house. It's pretty cool.
Man, I'm jealous. Look, all right, Al, I know we're running out of time here, but one final thing, are you going on tour again? What's up with that? Are you heading back out on the road, or are you just planning on, like a groundhog popping up your head again in 10 years? Because please don't do that to us.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not 10 years. I have been touring this whole time, off and on, and I'm not touring this year for sure, but maybe sometime in the near future. We'll see.
All right, dude. All right, Polka Mania. Everybody just needs to listen it. Try to flip people that aren't polka fans. Just give them the catalog of polka music from the one and only Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man, dude. Thank you so much. Dude, I can't even tell you how awesome it's been listening to your music for the past, 20, 30 years, man. Because in 1996, we're paying DJs to play it. I mean, it was so freaking awesome that you're just like, I'll take your money, and we start a mosh pit to alternative polka, man. So you were formative in my younger years, sir.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. All right, best of luck to you, sir. Go out there, break a leg, man.
Thank you. Take care, man.
All right, that was the one and only Weird Al Yankovic. Look, if you want to catch some of our other podcasts, some of our other interviews, download that free iHeartRadio app. Go to News Talk 99.5 WRNO or go to The Week in Geek radio show and click follow. Make sure you keep up to date with all the new podcasts, all the interviews. So, and then click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
And you too can be a part of the show. Leave a 30-second message what you like best about that Weird Al Yankovic interview. And I don't know who else you want me to talk to. All right, till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.